Greetings and welcome to the energy of Cancer. This is Ron from Tarot of the Twin Sun. Tarot of the Twin Sun is a functional division within the Order of the Twin Sun. Please take only what you will. Today we'll be doing a reading for the energy of Cancer. The fourth house is open and we're going to look into the Great Mirror. The Great Mirror is a tool devised by the Order of the Twin Sun to see particular energies and karmas between Cancer and a significant other. The significant other may be a person, place, or thing. Please take only what you will. Use your discretion as advised, and try to remain objective. Try to understand this as an exercise in divination, nothing more. And this is for the month of November 2023. So we're looking into the future. There also may be a past involved in this, and most definitely a present moment where the cycles that occur between you and this person may be a revisitation of past energies, of things that have been cycled before. Therefore, the idea of recycling and observing this cycle, this circular quality between you and this person, or place or thing, may exist. We'll go ahead and get started now. The underscoring energy for the month of November for the energy of Cancer is an activation of the 10th house. This is 6 houses away. There may be a block in the way you Venusian, through the eyes of Venus, see your world, okay? So there may be a way to foresee worlds that are coming. I'm talking here about intercessions, the ability to use Venus and algorithms of Venus to manifest new worlds, to manifest new promises. The idea here is to be very mindful about what is possible, about how you think, how you feel, how you physically interact with your environment that actually produces an effect of the second house. It's like creating families, observing your family, observing your most closest relationships, your resources, your money, and trying to understand the inherent quality there, the most simplest quality that is there, okay? This is leading to a promise to the second house. Second house is very much activated for the Cancers of this month within this community, the one that I'm working for. Mostly free, by the way. The second house is very interesting, and with the Hierophant pointing here to that which is promised. This speaks about a promised land or a promised family, promised resources that are directly on the horizon. All you have to do is reach out and take it. It's already there, it's already yours. The idea here is to also use Venus's capacity for investment. There's something about what you are investing now when it comes to the eyes. You have the eyes of the oracle. You're able to foresee investments and how they may promise a great deal of fortune, okay? And this doesn't have to be just literal money. It can be any sort of like practical commitment or a way of seeing or doing things in terms of using your stomach or using your gut instinct to manifest that which Venus naturally desires and naturally deserves. Okay. We have here the Temperance card. Jupiter is activated on one end. We have here the Page of Swords and the Three of Rods. Jupiter is heavily activated here. We have here the 10 of Swords, we have here also the 2 of Pentacles, and we have the 9 of Rods. No major arcana. Actually, the only major arcana is here on this side. I'm going to figure out which side this is. 1 second, please. Okay. So Cancer is on this side, and with this, you're being observed as someone who's patient enough to use the cups of love and to convert the idea of love into something else. This talks about recycling emotions and converting emotions into purity. This is the process of alchemy, and it's through trying to understand the inner world and also taking and placing faith in the inner world to do the right thing. Now, if you are dealing with someone who is toxic, if someone is constantly trauma dumping on you, if someone is constantly having to give you emotions that shouldn't be yours, but they put them onto you, you have a way of converting that, and you're very lucky because Jupiter's watching you as you go through this process. This is the path of alchemy for the ninth house. You're here to be patient enough to foster a sense of empowerment through truth and the ninth house. There's something that you're waiting for that's just beyond the horizon, and it has to do with a sense of a better connection, something more true. Someone that you're dealing with is going through a great deal of pain, and this is a way of them blocking out a certain psychological process, not listening to their subconscious realm. And it causes for them a great deal of stagnation and then bursts of emotional rage, bursts of emotional trauma dumping. I want to call it trauma dumping. So what trauma dumping is a phenomenon in which people either knowingly or unknowingly project onto other people their own emotional baggage and their own toxicity. This is like a passing on of emotional complexity, and it's not your job to receive this. It's just a matter of redirection. I think you're naturally redirecting these things. You want to learn through this connection with the Page of Swords. You want to learn through this connection, trying to see how a person that goes through crisis, that is constantly in a mode of seeking out something, but then they're blocked, and then in this blocking, in this like isolation, they tend to explode like volcanically. Mercury and Vulcan are very much in this energy that they have. Juno is also inside of their energy. Juno, one of the old Hellenic goddesses rather. It's a goddess energy. You're here to learn from this. What emerges out of it is a difference of 3, 4, the 4. Here's the thing, this is actually someone that could be potentially good for you. They're just going through a process of healing now. Unfortunately, they do so in a very counterproductive way. They're very closed off. And they're balanced between two different worlds. They view these two different worlds as the same thing. They're going through a process of healing, but they have to do it on their own. The problem is that they tend to project onto you emotions uncontrollably. There's a lack of discipline in what they do. It's because they go through an element of trauma. You could see this as a potential, but more as a potential for learning before you move on to something else. Deep down inside, though, I think the 4 does emerge, 4 of rods does emerge, and you are going to negotiate whether this is worth working on or not. They have to go through a path of healing, but they're very resistant in doing so. In a way, they kind of like their own isolation, their own solitude, their own misery, if you want to call it that. They naturally find an element of creativity in that dark space. It's important for you to realize where you're placing your resources. The question to ask here is if you're placing your resourcing in a cycle that you already know, that puts you into a mode of hesitation when it comes to this connection. You know it's going to be hard work, but is there a way to define perfection? Is there a way to define perfection in the path of the alchemist? The answer is not really. Perfection is illusory by nature, it's illusory by design, and it's an act of judgment. The idea here is to have the patience enough so that you make the right choice, which is essentially letting things redirect themselves, letting things recycle themselves in their own way without you having to do much of anything at all. All right, that's the very best I can give you. I do wish you well. Thank you. Bye-bye.